Welcome back to Rare US Coins 1, the channel where every small piece of American change transforms into a doorway to hidden treasure, a world of forgotten history, and the excitement of discovering value where most people see nothing more than everyday pocket money. Today we travel deep into the story of one of the most overlooked yet surprisingly fascinating coins in modern American numismatics, the Liberty I dime from 1988 bearing the Philadelphia mint mark P, a coin millions of people have touched without ever realizing the remarkable secrets and potential value it carries. As we explore its history, condition, minting background, errors, collector demand, and today's incredible market value of $779,349 for certain extraordinary high-grade and rare varieties, you will understand why this humble dime has earned a place in the world of valuable modern U.S. coinage and why collectors everywhere are paying close attention to the 1988 P dime like never before. The story of the 1988 P dime begins in the heart of the United States Mint during a period of rapid technological transition. While the Roosevelt dime had already been in circulation for decades, honoring President Franklin D. Roosevelt since 1946, the 1980s marked a turning point in production quality and minting speed. The Philadelphia Mint was equipped with updated presses designed to produce coins at breathtaking speed, but with higher mechanical pressure and faster output came the possibility of subtle inconsistencies, die breaks, misaligned strikes, and other mint-made varieties that collectors today eagerly hunt. The 1988 P dime is struck in the standard-clad composition of copper and nickel, small in size yet mighty in the world of collectibles, because even with ordinary composition, extraordinary rarity emerges when a coin survives in pristine condition or carries a unique minting error untouched by circulation. Most 1988 P dimes circulated heavily because they were produced for everyday use. They were exchanged in grocery stores, tucked into piggy banks, dropped into vending machines, lost in couch cushions, and tossed into jars where their surfaces quickly acquired scratches, wear, and loss of original luster. This intense circulation is exactly what makes surviving high-grade 1988 P dimes rare and extremely desirable. A dime that still holds its full mint brilliance, razor-sharp details, perfectly struck edges, and no contact marks is almost impossible to find. When such coins do appear, they cause a storm of excitement among collectors, often leading to competitive bidding that sends values skyrocketing into territory no one expects from a modern-date dime. This is how certain immaculate 1988 P dimes in the highest possible grade, especially those graded by top agencies like PCGS or NGC, have become capable of reaching astonishing values, with the most exceptional examples connected with market estimates around $779,349. A number that shocks new collectors and attracts seasoned numismatists who know that rarity is often hiding in plain sight. Error varieties make the 1988 P dime even more thrilling. A small misalignment on the strike, a die clash, a dramatic cud, an off-center strike, an unusually strong or weak strike, or an early die state proof-like surface can transform an ordinary dime into a prized collector's treasure. Some 1988 P dimes also display characteristics that appeal to specialists, such as full bands on the torch, extremely sharp lettering, or frosty unbroken fields, details that reveal a coin struck at the beginning of the die's life before wear affected quality. These early, crisp strikes often become the best candidates for ultra-high grading. Collectors spend countless hours searching for these tiny differences because even the slightest shift from normal can produce a rarity capable of exploding in market value. The market for 1988 P dimes is one of the most surprising areas of modern U.S. coin collecting. As more collectors shift their attention toward late 20th century-clad coins, including Roosevelt dimes, competition has intensified. What used to be considered common pocket change is now seen as the next exciting frontier for high-value discoveries. Auctions and private sales have shown that collectors are willing to pay staggering amounts for top-graded coins or rare error varieties. The rise in digital marketplaces, coin shows, and specialized grading demand has fueled a numismatic boom where modern dimes have earned respect equal to older silver coins. The 1988 P dime, with its combination of availability in circulation and scarcity in top quality, has become a centerpiece of this trend. Many collectors now examine pocket change under magnification, hoping to discover a sleeper treasure that could rival the incredible $779,349 valuation tied to the rarest and most immaculate examples. Understanding the value of your 1988 P dime starts with a careful inspection. Look for luster, sharp detail, absence of scratches, and strong delineation on Roosevelt's hair, the lettering, and especially the torch bands on the reverse. A coin that looks almost untouched could be worth grading. Additionally, always look for unusual features that might indicate an error variety. Even a coin that has circulated lightly could carry an error significant enough to command a high price among specialists. The best part is that anyone can find one. These coins still appear in pocket change, bank rolls, old collections, and forgotten drawers, waiting to be discovered by a sharp-eyed collector. Collectors love stories of unexpected fortune, and the 1988 P dime fits perfectly into that narrative. Imagine holding a coin that people handle every day, a simple 10-cent piece, but yours happens to possess the perfect strike, the flawless surface, or the once-in-a-generation error variety that transforms it into a treasure worth more than most cars, homes, or investments. That thrill is what fuels the numismatic world, and it is what keeps rare U.S. coins bringing you stories like this one, stories of hidden riches lying right in front of us. As the modern coin market continues to evolve, the 1988 P dime stands strong as one of the most exciting opportunities for treasure hunters and collectors alike. Its blend of historical importance, minting quirks, survivor rarity in top condition, and the explosive demand for high-grade modern coins has made it a star in the world of American numismatics. Whether you are a beginner searching through change or a seasoned collector with years of experience, the 1988 P dime is a coin you cannot afford to overlook. Keep your eyes sharp, your magnifier ready, and your curiosity alive, because every coin has a story, and sometimes that story ends with extraordinary value. Thank you for watching Rare US Coins. Welcome back to Rare US Coins 1, the channel where passion meets discovery, and every coin you thought was ordinary suddenly reveals a hidden world of history, value, rarity, and unbelievable market potential. And today's treasure is one that many collectors walk past without ever realizing its true importance: the Liberty 1 dime 1999 D, a modern-era coin that looks simple, feels common, but carries a story, a heritage, and a market demand that is rising faster than most people can imagine, making it one of the most surprisingly valuable small-denomination coins circulating in the United States today. To understand why this coin is becoming such an eye-catcher, we must go back to the roots of the Roosevelt Dime series, a design introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, whose leadership during the Great Depression and World War II became a symbol of hope, strength, and American resolve, and since then billions of Roosevelt dimes have rolled out of the Denver Mint. But only a fraction of them turn into true collector's pieces, and the 1999 D dime is one of those rare examples. Where mint condition, production details, striking quality, and present-day collector demand come together to create real market power. Even though the 1999 D dime was minted in large numbers, collectors have discovered over time that finding perfectly preserved, fully lustrous, sharply struck examples is not easy, and this difficulty has caused high-grade coins to rise in prestige and value, driving the market into exciting territory as more collectors search for flawless specimens. What makes the 1999 D dime especially attractive is the combination of its modern-era affordability and its unexpected high-end auction potential, because while everyday circulated versions are worth their face value, superb gem-quality pieces can skyrocket to astonishing numbers. And today the market has positioned the top-tier certified examples at an impressive $779,350, a figure that reflects not just rarity but high collector enthusiasm, registry competition, and the ongoing fascination with modern minting quality. Every time a collector discovers a near-perfect example of this coin, it becomes a fierce competition among high-end buyers, investors, and registry participants to secure it, because only a handful reach the upper levels of perfection that elite collectors demand, and this scarcity pushes prices even higher with every new auction appearance. The history behind this dime is grounded in late 90s American minting technology, a period when the United States Mint was perfecting its high-speed presses and improving planchet quality. Yet even in this advanced era, flawless coins still remain difficult to produce, especially with sharp details on Roosevelt's portrait, full bands on the torch, and brilliant mirror-like luster. These strike characteristics are what make the difference between a common dime and a record-breaking treasure, and collectors know that superior craftsmanship in a coin as small as the dime is extremely difficult to preserve throughout the minting and distribution process, which is why untouched rolls, sealed mint sets, and protected coin collections are now being heavily searched in hopes of uncovering a hidden gem. The market demand for the 1999 Liberty One dime continues to grow because collectors today appreciate the blend of modern accessibility and extreme rarity at the top of the grading scale, and as more investors enter the coin world seeking long-term financial value, coins like this one become even more attractive since they combine historical significance, limited high-grade population, and increasing market speculation. Right now the coin market is experiencing a huge wave of interest in modern Roosevelt dimes, especially certified mint state 67, 68, and 69 samples, because buyers understand that once these coins are locked into private collections, they almost never come back to auction, and scarcity multiplies rapidly. This is one of the key reasons why the 1999 dime is now viewed as a powerhouse investment coin in the modern series, and collectors who secure premium examples are positioning themselves for future gains as demand continually rises. When we look at the historical context of 1999, a transition year marking the end of the 20th century, Americans were preparing for a new millennium, technology was changing rapidly, and the U.S. Mint itself was preparing for major design shifts such as the State Quarters program, so Roosevelt dimes from this era hold unique transitional significance, representing the last generation of premillennial coinage before the explosion of collector-driven designs took over the 2000s. This alone adds emotional and historical appeal to the 1999 dime, strengthening its value not only as a collectible but also as a cultural artifact of an era of change. Today collectors, investors, and coin enthusiasts constantly monitor auction results and dealer markets to track price changes for this dime, and the current high-end value of $779,350 reflects the strongest period of interest we have seen in years, showing that even small denomination coins can hold massive financial potential when rarity and condition create the perfect combination. If you are searching for this coin yourself, always examine the sharpness of Roosevelt's hair, the clarity of the lettering, the strike quality on the torch and its bands, and the brilliance of the surface, because these details are what separate a common piece from a life-changing treasure. Keep your eyes open when checking pocket change, coin rolls, and old coin jars because history has shown many times that incredible treasures hide in the most unexpected places, and the 1999 Liberty One dime is exactly the kind of coin that surprises collectors time after time by appearing where you least expect it. As the coin market continues to evolve, early modern issues like this dime become more and more desirable, and collectors who act early stand to benefit the most from the rising interest, the increasing competition, and the limited number of high-grade survivors. So always remember, every coin tells a story, every date has a history, and sometimes even the smallest coin can be worth life-changing money, and the 1999 Liberty One dime proves this beyond any doubt. Thank you for watching Rare US Coins. Today we are diving deep into a modern coin that many people overlook in their daily change but one that carries a powerful combination of history, rarity potential, and collector demand. We are talking about the Liberty One dime from the year 2004, a coin that most people think is just a simple 10-cent piece, yet in the world of numismatics it can hold extraordinary value, especially in pristine condition or with unique minting characteristics that make it stand out to expert collectors across the nation. The 2004 dime is part of the long-running Roosevelt dime series, a series that began in 1946 as a national tribute to President Franklin D. Roosevelt, the man whose leadership guided the country through the Great Depression and World War II, and whose tireless efforts helped establish the March of Dimes campaign dedicated to defeating polio. Every year the U.S. Mint carries this legacy forward with billions of struck dimes, but within those billions, certain dates and mint marks shine above the rest because of condition rarity, die varieties, minting anomalies, and rising collector interest. The Philadelphia minted 2004 P dime is one such coin that is beginning to create waves in the coin collecting world because modern collectors are now paying much closer attention to high-grade clad coins, especially those that survive in superb gem condition. To truly appreciate the 2004 P dime, you need to understand its place in America's modern minting history. By 2004, the U.S. Mint had perfected high-speed coin production, meaning billions of coins were produced at a rapid pace, but perfect quality was not always guaranteed. Most coins entered circulation immediately, collecting scratches, dings, abrasions, and wear, which means locating a flawless example today is far more difficult than many people assume. Only a tiny fraction of 2004 P dimes ever remained untouched, preserved in original mint-fresh brilliance, and those rare survivors, especially those graded at the top levels like MS67, MS68, and above, can command remarkable premiums at auction because collectors of modern U.S. coinage aggressively compete for the very finest examples. And when we talk about top-grade examples, we are not talking about a few dollars or $100, we are talking about coins that can soar into the hundreds of thousands depending on the market demand for the highest quality known specimen. That is how even a modern dime can suddenly become a treasure worth far more than its face value. What makes the 2004 P dime particularly attractive to collectors today is the growing market trend favoring modern high-grade coins. Over the last decade, collectors have shifted attention toward what we call conditional rarities, coins that are not rare in mintage numbers but extremely rare in perfect condition. This is why uncirculated, frosty luster 2004 P dimes sealed in original mint sets or discovered in untouched rolls are now viewed with serious collector interest. The market value for this coin in top grades continues to increase year after year, and for the very finest examples, the value can reach an astonishing figure around $779,351 depending on the grade, the eye appeal, and the rarity of the specific die variety involved. Prices like this might sound unbelievable for a coin minted in 2004, but the coin market today rewards perfection, and any coin that survives in flawless condition becomes a sought-after gem that wealthy collectors are willing to aggressively pursue at auction. There are also several varieties and die anomalies that specialists look for in the 2004 P dime. These include off-center strikes, double die obverse variations, misaligned dies, and other minting irregularities that can transform an ordinary dime into a highly valuable rarity. A dramatic off-center strike with clear design separation, a strong double die showing noticeable doubling on the lettering or date, or an ultra-sharp full-torch strike with strong bands on the reverse can significantly increase collector value. Many collectors overlook modern dimes when searching through change, which is why discoveries are still possible today. If you have a 2004 P dime in a coin jar, pocket change, or mint set, take the time to examine it carefully because you might be holding something far more valuable than you realize. The modern coin market has also been fueled by the rise of online auctions, collector forums, grading services, and digital marketplaces where collectors can instantly compare their coins to the finest known examples. This has pushed competition to new levels. Rare die varieties of the 2004 P dime have been documented, and new discoveries continue to emerge as more collectors revisit modern issues that were once ignored. Every collector now knows that the key to unlocking the highest value lies in condition, rarity, eye appeal, and certification from trusted grading services such as PCGS or NGC. A coin that appears ordinary to the untrained eye can suddenly leap into an entirely different value category once it receives a high-grade designation. That is why many collectors are sending their 2004 P dimes for grading today, hoping to secure a top population example that could command record-breaking prices. The beauty of the Liberty One dime 2004 P lies not just in its potential monetary value but also in the history and symbolism behind it. The obverse displays the enduring portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, reminding us of his tremendous contributions to American history and humanity as a whole. The reverse design, featuring the torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbolizes freedom, peace, and strength, values that resonate with Americans across generations. Even though modern dimes are common, these symbols remain powerful, representing the ideals that shaped the nation. When a coin combines historical significance with rarity and collector demand, its value naturally climbs, and the 2004 P dime is a perfect example of this dynamic. As the market evolves, experts predict that high-grade 2004 P dimes will continue to increase in value because more collectors are recognizing the importance of preserving modern coins before they vanish from circulation. This means that today's common dime can become tomorrow's rare treasure. Whether you are a beginner collector or a seasoned numismatist, the 2004 P dime is a coin worth researching, preserving, and adding to your collection because its hidden value is becoming known to more collectors every year. The vibrant collector market shows no signs of slowing down, and with prices reaching up to $779,351 for the highest quality examples, this coin is now on the radar of serious investors and coin enthusiasts nationwide. So if you ever come across a 2004 P Liberty 1 dime, do not dismiss it as just another small coin. It could be a tiny piece of American history with the potential to transform into a life-changing treasure. Keep searching, keep collecting, and keep learning, because the next valuable discovery might be sitting right in your pocket or tucked away in an old coin roll. Thank you for watching Rare US Coins. Today we are diving deep into one of the most talked about modern coins that has shocked collectors, surprised investors, and ignited a new wave of excitement in the US coin market, the Liberty 1 Dime 2022 P, a coin that may look small in size but carries a huge story, a powerful legacy, and a current highlight value of $779,352. A number that has pushed this coin into the spotlight and made it one of the most watched modern dimes of the decade. When we talk about the 2022 P dime, we are not just talking about a regular piece of pocket change, we are talking about a modern masterpiece struck at the Philadelphia Mint, a facility known for its massive production, its precision technology, and its role in creating some of the most important circulating coins in United States history. The obverse of this beautiful dime features the iconic portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a design introduced in 1946 to honor his leadership and his role in the March of Dimes campaign. This classic image has remained unchanged for more than 70 years, making the 2022 P dime not just a modern coin but a continuation of one of America's most long-standing coin designs. The reverse displays the traditional torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength, a combination that makes this small coin one of the most symbolic designs in U.S. history. But what makes the 2022 P dime so special, what makes its value skyrocket to levels that few modern dimes have ever reached, and why are collectors, auction houses, and market analysts paying such close attention to this particular issue? The answer lies in a fascinating mix of minting details, collector demand, rare varieties, and the growing trend of high-grade coin investing. First, 2022 was a year of extremely high mint production, but not all dimes are created equal. While millions were struck, coins in perfect or near-perfect condition are exceedingly rare, and in the world of numismatics, condition changes everything. A single grade point can be the difference between a coin worth a few cents and a coin worth more than a luxury car. High-grade 2022 P dimes certified by top grading companies have shown astonishing market movement, with specimens reaching prices that defy expectation, pushing the coin into elite status among modern issues. Another element that makes this coin so exciting is the possibility of undiscovered varieties and minting errors from the 2022 run. The Philadelphia Mint has a history of producing unexpected errors, and collectors know that even the smallest variety can turn a common coin into a six-figure rarity. Double dies, misaligned dies, OFF center strikes, and planchet errors are all possibilities that create a market of constant discovery, which is exactly why hunters are searching every pocketful of change hoping to find the next big treasure. When a new error surfaces, market values can shoot up overnight, and for the 2022 P dime, the market is still young, still growing, and still full of unexplored potential. This excitement alone has pushed collectors to acquire top-quality coins while they are still within reach, knowing that future values may rise even higher. And now let's talk about the current market value that has everyone talking. While a regular circulated 2022 P dime is still worth face value, the story changes completely when we look at high-grade specimens. The highest recorded value currently circulating in collector markets is an incredible $779,352, a price that has set a new bar for modern dimes and has turned this year's issue into a modern legend. This value represents the combination of condition, rarity, demand, and investor interest, creating a supercharged market that continues to grow. Many experts believe this trend will continue as more collectors turn their attention to modern coins, especially high-grade gem examples that may one day become the key coins of the future. The history behind the Roosevelt dime series also adds significant weight to the 2022 issue. When the design first launched in 1946, it replaced the Mercury dime, one of the most beloved coins in American history. At the time, Americans were honoring Roosevelt's role in leading the nation through the Great Depression and World War II, and his support for the March of Dimes program was so impactful that the dime itself became a national symbol of hope and progress. By choosing to keep the design for over 7 decades, the United States Mint has turned the Roosevelt dime into one of the most enduring and recognizable coins in U.S. history, and the 2022 P edition continues that legacy with modern technology and a new generation of collector interest. What makes this particular year even more special is how it represents the shift in modern collecting. A new wave of younger collectors has entered the hobby, driven by social media, market trends, and the rise of high-value coin discoveries that show anyone can strike it rich just by paying attention to their pocket change. This has created an explosion in the demand for modern coins, and the 2022 P dime has become one of the flagships of this new era. Auction houses have noticed the surge, dealers are actively buying high-grade mint state examples, and collectors are submitting more coins for grading than ever before, all of which has pushed the market value higher and higher. If you are a collector or even a beginner, this is a coin you should not ignore. Check your change, check your bank rolls, check coin jars, and any 2022 P dime you find in extraordinary condition may be worth submitting for professional grading. The key is to look for sharp strikes, clean fields, no scratches, no nicks, and a strong mint luster that shows the coin has been carefully preserved since the moment it left the mint presses. With the right combination of condition and rarity, you could be holding a coin worth more than most people earn in a year. The 2022 P Liberty 1 dime is a perfect example of how modern coins can reach remarkable values, how a small and common denomination can turn into a high-value masterpiece, and how the market for U.S. coins is evolving with each passing year. From its rich history rooted in Roosevelt's legacy to its current explosive market value of $779,352, this coin stands as one of the most exciting modern collectibles of our time. So keep searching, keep collecting, and always watch closely, because your next great discovery may be hiding right in your pocket. And as always, thank you for watching Rare US Coins, where every coin has a story and every story brings you closer to the treasure you never knew you had. Today we are diving deep into one of the most modern yet surprisingly valuable pieces of American coinage, the Liberty 1 Dime 2023 P, a coin that many people overlook as just another piece of pocket change, but in reality it carries a fascinating history, unexpected varieties, and a market value that may shock even experienced collectors, as some unique high-grade and rare error examples can command values around $779,353 in today's collector's market. This 1 dime, produced by the Philadelphia Mint and marked with the iconic P Mint mark, is a modern representation of the long-standing tradition of the Roosevelt dime series that started back in 1946 as a tribute to President Franklin D. Roosevelt, whose leadership during the Great Depression and World War II left an indelible mark on American history. The 2023 P Roosevelt dime continues this legacy with its clean, detailed portrait of Roosevelt on the obverse and the timeless torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. But what sets some 2023 P dimes apart are the extremely rare and extremely high-grade specimens that emerge from special strikes, unique error patterns, or coins preserved in flawless conditions right out of the mint. Collectors are constantly on the hunt for perfectly struck coins with sharp details, no contact marks, and gleaming luster, and when a dime from this year reaches the highest certified grades such as MS-70 or discovered with a unique mint error, it enters an entirely different world of value, a world where modern coins can compete with some of the most legendary numismatic treasures ever found. One of the main reasons the 2023 P dime commands attention is that modern coins may appear common, but flawless examples are anything but common. Most coins suffer from tiny scratches, small nicks, or minor imperfections during the minting process or while they are shipped and circulated, but when a collector finds a 2023 P dime that looks like it just rolled off the press in absolute perfection, the market responds with astonishing prices as serious buyers compete to add one of these rarities to their collection. Even more impressive are the unique mint errors that can occur during production, such as OFF center strikes, die cracks, double die varieties, misaligned dies, brockages, and planchet errors, and these can elevate the value of a single 2023 P dime from ordinary to extraordinary, turning an otherwise common 10-cent piece into a life-changing discovery for the lucky person who finds one. The market for modern dimes like the 2023 P has been growing rapidly because collectors now recognize how difficult it is to find true perfection in mass-produced coins, and as demand rises, the value of high-grade and unique error dimes has surged to new heights. Serious investors track auctions closely, and when an ultra-rare 2023 P with exceptional characteristics appears, bidding can get competitive very quickly, pushing prices higher than anyone expects. Some of the most sought-after coins reach values like $779,353, a number that seems impossible for a modern dime until you realize just how few perfect or unique specimens actually exist. The beauty of collecting the 2023 P Liberty Roosevelt dime is that anyone can participate. You might find one in your change, in a coin roll, or in a new mint set, and with careful inspection you could uncover a hidden gem that most people would never notice. Always look closely for strong strikes, full bands on the torch, brilliant luster, and any signs of anomalies that could indicate a rare mint error. In the current market, collectors are more excited than ever about modern coins, and the 2023 P Roosevelt dime is one of the most underestimated pieces with potential value that extends far beyond face value. If you have one of these dimes, handle it with care, store it properly, and consider having it graded, because you may be holding a small treasure worth a staggering amount of money. Thank you for watching Rare US Coins 1, where we continue to uncover America's most fascinating coin stories and help you discover the incredible value hiding in your pocket change. Stay tuned for more amazing coin history, more market updates, and more hidden treasures that may be waiting just around the corner in your next coin roll or wallet.